It's Michelle Butt, and it's time for another Face Life Friday. And today I thought I'd expand again on what we were talking about last week. So last week I got into a discussion around upgrading the golden rule to understand that you really want to treat people the way they want to be treated, especially in communication, rather than always just coming from your point of view. But it's also very important to understand how you want to be treated so that you're not always just accommodating other people, but that you're finding that sweet spot between your desired experience and that other person's desired experience. So we, talked a lot about that last week. But today I wanted to explain to you a little bit about how facial intelligence helps you accomplish that. Because especially if you're in business, you might not get a long time or a sustained relationship over time to help you to get to that sweet spot with people. So, if you've been with someone for a long time, or you're talking to your child, or you're talking to your sibling, you have lots of life experience with them. So some of that rapport building and that understanding how they want to be treated can come from just experience over time, from seeing how they react and learning from your own unconscious ability to read people. But if you need to establish a connection and get to a purpose at the end of a communication interaction in a shorter period of time, this is really where facial intelligence comes in and shows its magical abilities. Because an interaction can go very wrong or it can go very right from the jump point. And it can go very wrong if all you're thinking about is how you see the world and what your purpose is. But if you're thinking about what your purpose is and how that other person sees the world, then you can use facial intelligence to look for the clues to help you navigate into their world in order to establish rapport faster and get them into agreement and collaboration with you. So this is where faces come in. So for example, when you're looking at someone for the first time and you have, or over a short period of time, and you have a purpose in mind. So say you are selling them something and they walk into your showroom and you know that they are here for a purpose. They potentially want to buy your couch or your car or whatever it is. They're there for a purpose. But if you say, oh, I see them eyeing that model XYZ over there, and you know all the reasons why it's a great item, you might not know what reasons they are coming in for. And you might have an approach that you are going for, but you don't know what they really resonate with until you look at their face. Because their face will give you some really interesting and valuable information about how to position all the features and benefits of your thing to them. So for example, one place that is very important to look when you are trying to build rapport, especially when you're trying to sell somebody something, and that can be an object, it can be a point of view, it can be whatever it is, or what they want for dinner. You look at their eyebrows. So eyebrows are a feature that really tell you what kind of a decision maker someone is. So depending on the shape of their eyebrows, then you might know whether or not price is important to them, whether they can be rushed or not, whether family is important to them, whether they're going to be someone who's a very quick decision maker, or whether they're going to be someone who needs all the details, or whether or not you have to make sure that your posture is right and that the space that you give them for personal space is adequate, because they have very high standards. So their eyebrows can give you that information. Their nose will tell you how detail-oriented they are. If they have an ideal already in their head, It will tell you if there's someone who really wants to work smart and not hard, so you really have to get to the point. It'll tell you how frugal they are and how money is important to them. The nose can potentially tell you as well how much in control they need to be. So whether or not you have to, take your foot off the gas in terms of your enthusiasm and pushiness in the interaction, so that person feels like they're in a little bit more control. So all of this is very important. So just those two features can give you a lot of information about someone that then you can use to go through your Rolodex of how you're going to position things that will help. Because you may have different eyebrows and a different nose shape than them. And so the way that you think about the thing that you're selling is going to be different than the way that person does. And so you can then use your facial intelligence knowledge to position your offering in a way that resonates more with the person standing right in front of you, or on the other end of the phone, or on the other end of the computer if it's a Zoom type scenario. So this work is applicable in all mediums, and also is really, really great to help you get to know someone and how they think, even if you don't know much about them at all. So I will leave it there for today. If you want to learn more, then we have courses on the website. I will put the link here, especially to our Facial Intelligence 101. That really gives you the groundwork to start to use facial intelligence in your day-to-day interactions to help get to that purpose more easily and build rapport and establish really strong connections and relationships. So until next time, I will see you next Friday. Bye for now.